Mind read messages coming for me. Lotus, you need to all the information somewhere on here. Um, this song just keep booming and booming and playing. I like this song because it's pretty dope by Amma Lou. It's called Trust Nobody. I know for me at this moment, I know I'm not too trusting. Like it, people, I don't care for people at this point because it's like either one, they don't listen. Two, they'll listen, take the advice that you give it, but then they'll go against it. Or three, it's just like talking over you. Like I am so over that in my life. Are you? Are you over people talking to you? Are you over people disregarding you? Are you over people second guessing you, misjudging you, talking about you, smile in your face, backstabbers? These are old people, like, bro. How you like born in these are people born from like the 1970s, 60s, 50s, you name it. Like, why would you be mad at me for what the hell are you doing? Or in this instant, like what your kids doing. If you was just a shitty parent and you was just a shitty parent, and I understand, like, yeah, some people just lack emotional intelligence, some common sense, and some, chose to take away their kids' innocence. I mean, it is what it is. And it's okay. I don't trust nobody. Shit, especially like lately, because people be feeling like you like you naive, because if you're like a person like me, like I'm bubbly, I'm easy, I like to give whatever. I love easily. Well, I used to. That's past. Because it's like, I feel like now, if anybody from my past was to approach me now in life, I feel they would be probably very bad, mad and bad about the situation, because it's like, this is not who you are. This is not who you were. Why are you being that way? I really don't give a fuck about none of it. Because, first of all, it's been more people depending on me versus, being able to be more interpersonal, like do it together type thing. So a lot of things has been always one sided. Baby, I am not new to this. I've been true to this. Stalking, I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. Not me doing the stalking, but being stalked, being talked about. Name being out there in the streets, being talked about in every which way but the way I am or how, things go. Then it's like stealing, lying, deception. Like shit, my second baby daddy had put me on to the rules of the fucking game. It's like, bro, how you still in the motherfucking United States? How they ain't got you out of the United States? How many times you got arrested, bro? What alias you under? Like, how did you get what new passport, birth certificate, and social security card you using? Like, nigga, ain't your ass was being deported back to Panama? Like, when I left your ass back in like 2008. And it's just like, it's great, like how things can work and how certain things can move about, because it's like, I mentioned my first baby did. When my first baby did in that situation, like I said, scammers, thieves, uh, I don't know what you call it, that the people that can make up, the birth certificates and stuff like that, that can make you aliases. Like my second baby daddy was very good at making aliases. But the craziest thing was, it's like my first one, he's a Taurus. Yeah, he's a Taurus. And I had to sit there and look at the situation. It's like, damn, my daughter looks exactly like me, but she acts just like him. So the lying, stealing, being klepto, things like that. But it's your child. So it's like, you're not gonna beat on, and it's like you can do your best to teach your child, like, no, baby, that's not how you gotta do it. No, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because my first baby dad, he got a mental disorder, but it's like, it's neither here nor there. But it's like, a lot of times in life, you have to understand people when they trying to put you through consecutive trauma, like what they did to me. I use myself as an example. For any fucking body, when it comes to certain situation, I can relate. I'm able to understand, like, okay, I get it. Like, but most of the time it's like, what are we doing here in the present moment, and what can we do to go reach our goals? Like, and y'all still stuck on, oh, I did this in 1952 and I did this in 72. Like, okay, I really don't care about that. What can we do that's fun? I mean, the world is shit as it is, but god dang, this is the reason why I don't trust people. I never really trusted people anyway from the beginning, but it just makes to me complete sense. Like, even more so now, I feel like people like I'm like baby daddies try to do things to keep me from going into different relationships, and it's like you're selfish, you're dirty, you're nasty. You really don't even want to be with me. You done already put, pictures, videos, talk bad about me, including not only you, my own mama, daddy, auntie, grandma, all of them, like my whole entire family. And it's like, I understand now. You don't tell nobody your motherfucking pain or what you went through, because most of the time those people will use that against you. I had that happen to me, like when my son 2012, as a matter of fact, because my divorce was all around the same time. And the craziest thing, what I felt was crazy about the divorce at the same time, was it was done. I had the divorce done in Tennessee, but I end up going into deployment. But I end up getting, sole custody and stuff like that. But the biggest part of it was at the same time, they made it very clear to me. Any court case made it very clear to me. If the person is an immigrant, you cannot, I wouldn't be able to collect child support from them. And once I understood the guidelines, and I'm like, well, damn, he got away free, scot free, which was cool with me. Like, I didn't really care because it was like he was abusive. I got tired of getting beat on every day. Like, he beat on me to a point where it was like being stuck in the house. So I understand when it comes to domestic violence and stuff like that, and the tactics and stuff like that. Now, here's the biggest kicker. I can see that the situation could have turned out way completely different. Like, I mean, I'm grateful, even though it hurts to think about as a little kid. I'm talking about I was a little kid. And you know how you see like people doing like backyard fights and stuff like that? I was a kid putting in that. And most of my fights were done against boys versus girls. And basically they used to make it clear to me, you better not hit that girl, you better not hit that girl. So I wasn't really allowed to fight with girls. So most of my fights were with men or boys. So I was grateful, in a sense that it kicked in for me to be able to know how to, defend myself, or at least, hey, hold them at bay so I can do what it is that I needed to do. And my first baby daddy, after he punched me in the face and his mama trying to back him up, oh, you did it, baby, I would get this nice and slice and dice. That's the glitches and stuff like that. Somebody must have just signed into the Wi-Fi or hacked into the system. It really don't matter to me. I don't even use this fucking phone no way. But yeah, that one is just like the privilege and the disadvantage of the situation, which is like, wow, this is really thing. I know this is not life, because it's like strive regardless. If you living in poverty and stuff like that, strive, strive. And I'm not able to stress it enough. Strive to do the best things in life. Strive to reach and succeed your personal dreams, and you and your children's needs and dreams. And particularly sit back and analyze. Don't hold on to it for too long, because for me, I don't hold on to things for too long. It might usually take me, small time for recovery, because it's like, due to the simple fact, most of my relationships were longevity. So it's like the short term and all the other stuff that just don't work for me. But it was just like domestic violence, that wasn't new to me. Stalking and harassment wasn't new to me, because it's like I still remember. I think their last name is Hudson. I don't remember the cousin's name, but I know their last name is Hudson, and his wife was Hudson as well, and they were lawyers. So it's just like, I think, yeah, as a matter of fact, they are lawyers in Georgia. Quite awkward and funny to me, as well as his aunt is a nurse. I remember just doing some reading, so maybe this is part of stuff I'm just channeling, but I'm also telling you a story at the same time. So the download is meant to help save a life. You don't want your life to save, or you want to stay out the way. Hey, whatever the case may be, this is timeless. So whenever it reach you, you might need to listen, because you might be going through something where someone is trying to make you perceive that you are mental, or like you got a mental issue. And so it's like all these situations is for them to play on it, Like if somebody know like, oh, you deal with depression, or they deal with anxiety, or they deal with PTSD, or they desire, or people can play on your desires, which is supposed to be, if y'all Christians and all into religions and shit, the devil works on your lust. They work on your desires. They work, your wants are your desires. It's just doesn't matter. Just look at the synonyms of certain words. Synonym means same. So it's just like symmetry, what it appears to be the same, different things, but appear the same shape, size, whatever the thing is. And those things can help you see things crystal clear. Okay. Me, I'm understanding, I'm seeing crystal clear. Like, say you left somebody. Like in my instance, I left a person. But it's like not even him, but this is like even back to my second baby daddy. Like tortures from the courthouse, court cases going weird ways. But it's like I couldn't understand that. But once I put the pieces together, it's like I can understand, like with my second baby daddy, he's very vindictive, and he was very like, instead of knowing how to use his words, he always wanted to hit, always wanted to punch. And it's like, bro, like for him, it's like I have my share and experience of down low men. That's why the last one was like, what? This don't bother you? Don't make you mad? Like, motherfucker, why would I get mad? It seems like every single last one of y'all is dealing with that. So I had to sit back and reflect on myself, like, shit, am I struggling with my sexuality or something like that? But I wasn't struggling with my sexuality and preference. I was struggling in my sexuality of how I wanted to be pleased intimately. Like, how I wanted to be cared for, my love language and things like that. Things that would make me feel worthy, because instead I was always putting them on a pedestal, because I had a tendency, like if I see a person hurt, like you ain't got to tell me, you could be sitting there having the biggest smile on your face, baby, I could sit down for a second. Eventually that sadness, that pain, you could be sitting there trying to keep a straight face, baby, I'm going to know if you're behaving in a certain way, you doing particular things. I pay attention to everything, even when you feel like I'm not. I'm paying attention to everything you say. I'm a great listener. I'm a great listener. That's one thing for sure. I'm a great listener, and I don't miss shit. But it bothers me that I don't miss shit, because I want to miss shit. However, I'm not able to, and it sucks. It's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Just like, how is it that the same, like one of them will try to do an unmarked truck and change the tags like it's a company truck. However, clearly I can tell when like those big company trucks, or like how you call them, RC rental trucks type things, or empty trucks, or white vans type thing where you can load things on there. Yeah, that I was dealing with that, or people were right around in like they little mopeds or little motorcycles and stuff like that, and then just like, mind you, you could tell a motorcycle when it comes and how it drives regular, but then you can also tell when somebody try to turn it up or turn up their music on and when they pull in or coming close to a certain area. Like, baby, either just come talk to me or approach me, or keep trying to do these things to try to intimidate me. Like, oh, she's gonna call the police, or she, baby, let's just get this shit. Let's get ready to rumble. It's like, it's not anxious or nothing or impatient or anything. It's just like, why continue playing games if you already know that I'm clearly aware of what is going on? But it's like the biggest piece of this is, it's like the investigation that y'all trying to do with intimidation. There's something way bigger than you, because some of my stuff is going white, shit. It's probably as far as back as 2002, but it's probably 92, something like that, or somebody might have been born in those years. But it's just like, when people try certain things, especially if you're a woman, a single woman, and you got kids, please, if you're gonna go out there and date and put yourself in the dating scene, me, I do not desire. Like, it didn't scar me or nothing, but it's fit to sit me down for a whole bit. Like, baby, now if people was trying to play, oh, let's go here, let's go, I'm cool on that. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go with the kids. It's cool talking to you though, okay. And you hang up the phone, click. I'm on that type of time. Now other people, oh, I wanna know what love is. Go ahead, know what love is, face ass. But that shit is just not for me. Love just do not, work for me. However, some people work out of the energy of greed. Okay, I love money, but I'm not greedy with money, because it's like I'm I'm able to get money, balance my money, and still be able to share my money. Some people be like, I want money, I want money. I ain't got enough to do this. I got that. Baby, listen, that's between you and the Lord, and or whoever it is that you affiliate yourself to. That's between y'all. What that got to do with me? And then it's like, why you gotta keep being weird to me? Why you gotta picking at me? Oh, because you dark skinned, because you black, because you got a big booty. Because okay, you want a cookie? Or do you want to get to know me? Or should you know? I really feel that you should know me. Maybe it can help your career. Maybe it can help your business. Maybe it can help you, find vision, creativity, something with some longevity. Because hopping from bed to bed, head to head, you know, most of the dudes that I dealt with, well, I say, well, shit, all my baby daddies were gay for pay secretly. One being open, well, two of them being openly, probably even more so now. I don't even really care. The past is the past. However, it's just like, understand how people will force you to make things to be in the past, or people force you to make you believe that you owe them loyalty. You should have kept my secrets. You a snitch. You dirty bi. You dirty bi. Whatever. Hey, ain't nobody dirty, baby. It wasn't dirty when you was playing the game and how far you went. Whenever they decided to disrespect you, whenever they decided to steal from you, whenever they decided they stole your time, they stole, your time to be able to focus on your goals, to focus on yourself, focus building on what it is that you needed to build because they wanted to play because, hey, it was some money. And it was just like, shoot, it was like, if you a woman in a situation and you have to deal with your person, me that dude wasn't my person. He wasn't my man. He wasn't nothing because it's like at the end of the day, figuring out like, I felt that it was a relationship, not no situationship or nothing like that because I did wordplay a little bit just to figure out where it was at. But although we to get no, we was never together because I couldn't ever get a direct straight answer. So which let me know that all the time that he was doing this stuff, going online, like his favorite thing is going online. He liked to do it online, so everything is on his phone. Um, Shit, all of them used to just do it on the phone. No, well, back in early 2000, we used to have to walk the block, and that's when I was living in New York. But other than that, like, yeah, the rest of them was all they all use the internet, they all use the apps and stuff like that, the emails, you name it. And I just thought about that, and I was just like, wow. People really will sell you out to do anything. And then it's like once they know, it's just like with them because they were so dirty and so underground. Like not to call them dirty, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of mean, Rita. Rita, that's mean. Okay, we fix it. I fixed it. Uh, it's just like for y'all to be underground, it's just like shit. The underground ain't even got honor no more. Like shit, a thieves be thieving, but with no honor. Shit, it's already bad enough. It's like you ain't got no integrity, but shit, you ain't got no honor. Well, I already know you ain't got no loyalty, but shit, is there honor? Because there's nothing to honor. And it's like, it's it low key suck where people don't understand. Like for me, baby, I'm a fighter. Whether it's going to be with my voice, with my mind, with my fists, whatever it is, I'm going to speak for it. It's self-defense. I'm going to defend myself. And the more that I felt like that I was being quiet about the abuse, about the mental abuse that I've been going through, the sexual abuse, the emotional, the financial, it was hurting me more that I felt like I had no door to talk to anybody. I have nobody to talk to. Nobody. My best friend sleeping with my husband and dealing with my mama and them. Like, bro, you was never a friend. Y'all working on this motherfucker, baby. I hope y'all gotta. I pray that y'all get clean bills of health. I pray for clean bills of health for everybody, even myself. However, it's just like you wish all these people to you go to this and you go to that. Oh, is it hard for you to accept that you may be envious or jealous or something? And if you are, and if you feel you're capable of doing it, talk to the person so you can figure out they just gonna want money. Okay, well maybe you're just cheap. Honor it. Allow that person to honor that. I know I'm not going back to anybody that feel like, oh, I'm gonna use your past. You got four baby daddies. Oh, you used to do this, or you get around. What's your body count, baby? That don't even matter. It don't even matter. I'm not entertaining them. You don't see me playing the back and forth game with baby daddy because, oh, I'm bored today. I'm fit to harass my baby daddy. Like, sleeping with the enemy was my biggest eye opener. It was like, bro would literally sit there, get bored, and harass his baby daddy about something, or something would come up and it was something he needed to answer. Like, why are you harassing your baby mama? You still love her? Because you it used to talk so, like, when I say he would talk dirt about the girl. You don't know how she did me. Well, shit, how you doing me? I'm pretty sure it might be justifiable of how you're behaving towards me and the patterns that you're carrying on. It may be justifiable why she keeps that child away. I mean, it's already bad enough that you was secretly trying to hide the fact that hey, you're just gay, bro. I hope you. I was really banking and hoping and had faith that he was not, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, it is what it is, and he would just constantly. Once I caught him talking to a man, for one, every one man that I caught him talking to, he will catch himself up by talking to at least about from 3 to 5 females. He will find himself to do that. So if it's like 3 female, if I don't even care, as a matter of fact, if he's talking to at least 2 females, there's at least about 2 to 5 females, but understand there's about 2 males in the background or 2 trans in the background. And from him, like, I started to learn, how it was to move amongst the community, the secret lingo, how the men use it. I learned the secret, like, me having to be in there and like sit with it. It was like, bro, people be like, how you know all this? Because I decided openly within myself. I feel like Tiana Taylor, how she opened up her relationship with Iman. It's like, okay, I'm gonna welcome this in. I feel like her WAP thing was basically her introduction, letting us all know that they messed with a trans, and he was back there in the background messing with trans on his own. Versus, hey, we have an agreement that, hey, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this together, baby. He took that upon himself, and baby, it went wildfire. I was like, this was a one time thing, but it was like, with it being a one time thing, I was already turned off from the whole thing. What do you think about me? What do you feel about me? Like, he was so concerned about what I was thinking about him. Like, bro, your demon came out as soon as, like, the thing, I didn't mean to call you a thing, the trans community, whatever, but as soon as he, she, him, they, whatever his pronoun was, took them clothes off and got ready to get on you, baby, that thing went rock. I was like, shoot, okay. So I already knew what it was. So at that point, I knew I had to come up with the game plan for him to go ahead and get on out. Because it's like, I understood all he was going to do was lie. And it was like, every day I knew I was going to wake up with a lie. And it hurt me even more because it was like, bro, you just need help. You just need somebody to hear you out, or wherever the case may be. Like, I was genuinely looking to help, dude. But it's like, if you going to keep lying to me and keep hiding shit, like, I'm not able to help you. It's like, at that point, it was like, the beginning of 2022, it was like, I already knew. As a matter of fact, I knew I was through towards, well, we got there in June, and I left him at the beginning of July. His mama told me to leave the premises, and I did respectfully leave like she asked me to. She felt like I was, causing so much problems, but she wasn't getting the full story of what was going on. Like, how would you feel as a woman, you coming in, and it's just like, why is this man not, wanting to talk or have conversation? But for me, him not wanting to talk, have a conversation, hot and cold, one day he want to talk, one day, but it was like only when he wanted to do it. And him not understanding, like, my ex-husband used to do that already. So, bro, like, you're making the situation way too familiar. But considering you started to do this more once, it was like, you need to open up. And it's like, I opened up. So he felt like if I open up to her about this dirty secret that I got, she's going to open up more to me. So it's just like, y'all got to learn the tactics when people are trying to do certain things. So I couldn't figure out, was he paid to be here, or was he here to be like an informant? Because I already knew he was like jailhouse type of informant. Cause it was like, bro, you showing me something to do here with whoever it was, lose Lorito, sis. I don't know what she involved in. Well, I don't know, she or he, because Luz looked a little bit suspect. And I remember I had a conversation. I told him, I said, shit, you cheating. I'll be more concerned about, you cheating with a dude than what it is with a woman. Well, Mickey said, what you think of me? I'm not. And it was like he overcompensated. And it was just like, ugh. It's like, it got to a point where it's like, is you dropping it off? Are we gonna do this or what? And it's like I tried, my best. We're in a relationship. I really want to be together. I really want to have a family. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's why I sent you that not pregnant before, so you could have a clear understanding. And I made it clear when I said to you and I left that voicemail that there's no coming back from this. I don't want this to come back from anything. I don't want you to be like, oh, I apologize. It's not what I meant. Like he said some foul off the wall stuff. And it was just like, you disregarding my feelings, and you've been doing this almost like he carried on the shit show for 2 years already knowing. But it was like, I can understand it. Like, no disrespect, no harm to you, Mr. Gonzalez and Miss Hicks. No harm and no disrespect. Get your money how you got to get it. Get your money how you got to get it. But get it at least. Hey, I had enough common sense to know, like, hey, it's a game for you. If you're getting paid or whatever the case may be, set up whatever the fuck it is that you got to do so you can get the fuck on. Like, for me, I play along to get along. And it was just like, in certain situations, you got to play along to get along. But in the midst of playing along to get along, figure out your exit strategy. Figure out how you're going to get out of that shit. And that it's like, you got to be smart when it comes to domestic violence. If anything, me learning and have to beat on men as a little girl, I learned, what the techniques are, where you hit them at, where you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. And then it's like, some of it is a mind game. Some of it's a little bit of wordplay. And shit, why they gone out the house, tricking with the next thing, shit, I'll be sitting there Googling every which way. Where's the next safe house? Where can I go get me some food, Pampers or whatever? And it was just like, I knew the steps of what to do so I can get back stable. However, it was just like, once I hit going into Puerto Rico, which is still U.S. territory. However, I didn't know that. I thought they were like, basically with them being U.S. territory, they will still have more programs and stuff like that going. Now with Veterans Affairs, I would definitely have thought that. But then it was like, nah, we don't give veterans food. I was like, what? The VA in San Juan? Y'all don't give veterans, you don't help veterans get food? I thought that was the sole purpose of us having a social worker to help us figure out how we get food. And then it was like, well, is there a way for me to figure out transportation and stuff like that? Like when dude was, I don't know if he had did like a fly back, because Mr. Gonzalez had a habit of, he'll do little pop-ups and act like he didn't want to tell me, talk some crazy shit, and then he'll try to disappear for like 2 to 3 weeks and act like I'm gonna get her to calm down, fume down. And then it was like, he'll hide, like when I have my Instagram public or my other page social medias, I'll have them open, but I'll know when he was stalking from different pages. It's like, all right, I know you don't like, other races. I get it. Because you make it clear everything that you were cheating on. It was everything. It was either like Haitian or something Hispanic. He had this little Brazilian trans that baby, like it just was what it was. And I wasn't looking to judge him, but he was just so used to, because it's like, bro, you just judging yourself. You stress about yourself. And it was like everything he wanted to say, he said to me. But it was like he got mad this one night, April 8th. I was grateful for that day. It was like, you got to go. You ugly bee. Da, da, da. Like I was every ugly bee, everything but me. I say on repeat. She repeats things. Somebody's probably saying, this sounds like it's on repeat. Well, you can stop listening, or you can listen to it through to understand what it is that you either one, need to get through, two, work through, or three, is accept the fact that it's you, a radical exception. Do the work. And then it was just like, I guess they felt like I didn't know my worth or had low self-esteem. And people didn't understand, like people would try to, like my own family, the low self-esteem came from my own mama and my own aunties and cousins. Like, you married to her husband, the only name you could come up with, it stank. Get this. Like, Bitch, I got a name, Shane. Shannon Ozell Dawkins. I got a name. I have a name. My name is not Stank. It ain't Rudy. I have a name. And the only person that could call me that was my grandpa that had passed away a long time ago in Nevada, mysteriously, which is crazy to me. But however, some of y'all pay attention to your surroundings because people, can get crazy underground. Like I said, people can change their name, their birthdays, their social securities, you name it. And when people play those type of games, that's when situations do become a bit dangerous to a point that, hey, I tell you, if you feel like, hey, you got enough scoop on a person that if you feel like your life is in danger and you can put the person away, baby, do that by all means necessary. If you feel like, hey, this person's gonna call, okay, get yourself to a safe space. And en route, as you in the safe space, go ahead and do what you got to do. I don't care if you got to go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, make a reel, whatever the case, how you feel, record that shit and take it to the police. And, if you're not like me and you're not getting, excuse me, getting targeted or, having to deal with racism, because I feel like if you ain't black, you don't have as bad of an issue. But if you're black, like me, baby, you gonna have some issues, okay? You will have some issues. And I had issues ever since I got here to Puerto Rico. It's just like I don't have a problem with Puerto Rico, but it seems like some of the people, not all the people, because I met some amazing, dope ass people here. However, I just didn't ever have enough time in my day, or with everything going on, I didn't ever get a chance to enjoy or to, get to know anybody here. Like, how you my friend from the military, you move here to Puerto Rico, but then I figure out it's like you playing the game too. Like when I figured out everybody is just like I don't trust people, but it also put me back into my era where I understood as a kid. When I was a teenager, I was a beast out here in the streets. Don't ever feel like, oh, I'm fit to one up you. Okay, you can one up me all day long, but however you start something, be able to finish it, because when I come through, you got to understand, my mom, she was a narc. I was brought up by a narc and somebody with borderline personality disorder. And being brought up by them, you learn a lot of tactics and maneuvers how to move around these type of people. So a lot of people tend to take me dismissing what they doing. Like people can be disrespecting me, talking crazy, talking bad about me. And I'm a person who's like, okay, I could care less. Now, when you get ready to try to start danger or something like that, you fucking with my kids, which has been the incident, a constant DCF, CPS. These are people that choose to pick on certain traumas that you have and try to poke you with it. But then once I realized, it took me to get to a place to understand, like, Shrita, you're no need to be in fight and flight mode. You're taking care of your kids. You're handling responsibilities as you should. However, I also learned that, hey, certain people, if they got connects to the judicial system with judges, lawyers, CPS or police officers, especially out here, is so fucking corrupt. All it takes for them to, hey, cousin such and such, Martha, Maria, what was that damn his name? Yelanis, can you go ahead and call such and such at the place because they didn't come here and do this? And it's like, bitch, do you feel like you run it, or you feel like you superior to me or something like that? Or are you trying to make me feel inferior? Because the thing of it is, trying to make me feel inferior will definitely make you feel even smaller. And I guarantee and I promise you, you'll look more dumb in the end. There's more love out here for me than there is hate. There's more understanding that I could be a single parent and still be on my shit. It doesn't require me to have a man. I don't need to have a second last name. Is there a husband? No, it's just me. I'm mommy and I'm daddy. You ain't no man. You can't teach. I guarantee I can teach my son to be way better than you. Cause it's like whoever raised you, just that's not who I need my son to be. So it's like the energies for me, it was like Dude that I talked to, he used to claim that he was like a Sagittarius or something like that. But it's like, I don't believe him because he lied about every fucking thing. So it's just like, shit, his family couldn't have even been real. So, all the people that I'm talking about, shit, they all could be made up characters for all I fucking know. But it's like, at the end of the day, people choose to do what it is that they do. And those that choose, like, to stand in your truth, keep standing in your fucking truth. Do you. People gonna talk about you whether you bad or good. Shit, it'd be people way older than you, like your grandma age, your great granny age, and it's like y'all ain't got time to do none of that. Let me call a favor up there to such and such at the Social Security, and let me go call such and such that work for the insurance company. Like I kept getting like emails, like spam emails from like Progressive, State Farm. It was another insurance company, and it was like you should update something, and it's just like, bro, y'all do if people would do something for the love of money, and it's just like let it be what it is. Let those people meet their crossroads. You may have been those people's shoulder to lean on, but no longer be that. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to, go through what it is that you're going through in your healing process, not what you went through. Yes, it's hard to accept it. However, eventually you have to accept it is what it is. It was what it was. However, we're going to work through it. Brother, if you're feeling angry, honor it. I was feeling angry as fuck. I've been angry for a minute, but it's like I'm not going to keep taking it out on people or tucking it. Somebody's tucking it or tucking something, or somebody tucked it somewhere. Tucking their underwear or tucked in their underwear. Okay, if you're a police officer and you listen to this, somebody tucked something in their underwear. Yo, in their booty? Somebody put something in their butt? I guess. Whatever. I'm also hearing gunplay. Somebody's trying to set up. This is premeditated. Also, homicide. And I left the suicide hotline 988 across the board. I don't care if you're a veteran or not. Suicide hotline, crisis hotline, you need someone to talk to. 988. Or was it 998? It's either 988 or 998. Either one, make sure you get the help. Like for me, people want you to be, they might want you to off yourself or feel some kind of way. Don't feel no kind of way about those things. Don't feel any kind of way if you choose to say, hey, I prefer to stay to myself and just take care of myself and my children. That is completely fine. And if you have people that call themselves friends, they are no longer your friends, they are acquaintance. If they make you feel guilty for taking care of your kids alone, which is your preference, they don't have no say, oh, you shouldn't do this. Shit, I even had to a point where I had people, when I used to go to church, they would score me like, you got 4 kids and no one's helping you. I do. And I'm okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or either you're going to support or you're going to keep judging me. So it's just like, at that point, I think my last time that I went to church was like 2012. As a matter of fact, no, 2013 was the last time I stepped foot in any church. After I received that kind of judgment, I was like, bro, how y'all people of the Lord, and you sit here judging me, and it's like I'm just asking, do y'all have any days where I can come in and just take a moment? Like I didn't even care if I just went into the church and I was able to put them, in the church daycare room so they can, run out their energy and I can just have like 10 minutes to breathe. However, there was nothing there for me. And that's the same thing when people end up losing custody of their kids. Like right now, I can tell for a fact that behind my back, my mom was trying to fight. Like, shorty, I know you did some tax fraud. I know y'all all did fucking fraud. So it's just like at the end of the day, it is what it is. I hope y'all got whatever it is that y'all wanted. And I hope y'all are happy with it. Like genuinely, like seriously, like I forgive them from the bottom of my heart as much as it hurt. And as much as I did not want to say it out loud, like I forgive these folks. I gotta forgive y'all then because it's like, I refuse to quit feeling like I'm angry or like I was weak, because I felt I was actually feeling more weaker because I felt like I couldn't speak on the fact that this person is beating on me, and I'm having to, well, I can't say that he's beating on me because I was defending myself. It wasn't like just I'm gonna keep hitting her and she ain't gonna hit me back. No, it got to a point, baby, I'm gonna fight back regardless, bruh. But the biggest part of it is I'm starting to understand, like, things happen as they should, and it's up to you. Are you choosing to learn the lesson, or are you going to end up letting this be your fate? And I'm not letting any situation like the boy here, I think, I don't remember this last name. If you look up Puerto Rico, Malpica, the boy Victor, that was a prime example. Literally, we had picked the boy up the day before, and my spirit just kept telling me, like, are you okay? And I asked him out of my mouth. I asked him 3 times, are you okay? Are you good? Or whatever the case might be. And I just had that inkling when we picked him up. And I kept telling dude, I was like, tell him, ask him, is he okay? And I was telling him, if this has been going on, because he confided in him and told him, and well, actually, we was, both in the car. And he was like, yeah, she was always arguing. She always tripping. She always fighting with me, taking my money and stuff like that, which was the truth. But the thing of it is, just as quick as he was saying that, I kept asking him, because I had a feeling like, hey, maybe he shouldn't have go over to where he went, and he should have just went to another area, because it was just like her energy as she was coming out. I could read her clearly. It was like either one or two things. It was going one or two ways. Either she was going to call him and lure him to come back to the house to try to talk it out, or two, she was about to try to set boy up. And lo and behold, that following day, no sooner as barely getting up, and we was gonna head that way anyway. As soon as we get up, the phone call, hey, my brother, I think it's his cousin or something, that called and was like, he's dead. And I was like, oh shit. Like, literally, we just picked him up. But it was like, it hit me, because it was like, bro, it could have went so many other ways. But then it was at the same time, sometimes you don't know a person's destiny, and sometimes you don't know a person's fate. And thirdly, you do not know what is going through somebody's mind. And what hurt me, when they put this man's information on the news here in Puerto Rico, it hurt my soul that they posted. How dare you post on the news about a boy that you don't even know, and you talking to neighbors? Oh, he was a crazy, because he was dark skinned. He was my complexion. So it lets me know it's a complex thing. It's colorism. I was like, I was hurt for those people. And like, I didn't really know him. No, like, I knew him, picking him up, taking him to places, dropping him off, or whenever him and, the little op would hang out or whatever. But it was just like the simple fact of what they said to him about him on that news. I was like, that's pretty fucked up. But then the biggest part of it was like the same thing when I was asking. I was like, is anybody doing anything special for him, or whatever the case may be? He went to try to go see the family or whatever. But then it was even, crazier. It was just like, bro, it was basically out of everybody's hand. Well, it was supposed to be out of my hands. I don't know what he was going to do with that. But it was just like, it was just hurtful, and it was sad, and it was just like, damn, that's just the reality. You, as quick as you gone, you could be gone today, and just as soon as you gone, it'll be still them same people, and instead of, they don't even want to give you your flowers when you gone. And that's why it's just like, regardless of what I get on, baby, when I get on and I become real famous and I get on that TV, I'm climbing that ladder. Please pretend like you didn't know me when you didn't know me now. If you don't know me right now, here, December 2023, I don't know you. I don't know you. Oh, we got kids. It looks like we share kids. I don't know you. I still got this, and I'm going to expose you. I still don't know you. It's cool that you got that, though. I don't know you. Make your money. Keep yourself peacefully, sanely, happy, regardless, by all means necessary. There's always going to be somebody willing to try to mess up your mental, your emotional, your financial, your physical, or you're spiritual. Someone will look to try to break you down all around. Divination with crystals, shells. So somebody might be like a shaman or a babalao. Sacrifice. But for me, and the sacrifice I'm willing to sacrifice, I'm going to take money over love in this instant, because when I loved, nobody respected my love except for my kids. But that love stuff for a relationship, that can sit back there. Even when it comes to business, whenever you decide to deal with me in business, baby, I'm gonna be the entree of a duo that comes into a single individual. Y'all praying for, I want to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. Nah, I would love to have that type of status and privacy. However, I would not desire to be them, because guess what? Me desiring, admiring to be either Jay-Z or Beyonce at this time, guess what? I don't know what Beyonce went through to get where she is, or what she had to go through in the industry to get where she is. Vice versa with Jay-Z. And shit. And all that stuff can stem from their childhood. You don't know what these people went through just to get to where they are. I don't want to pick up what all the hard stuff that they had to go through. Now, I aspire to get up to that type of status. It's going to be hard. Or it may not. It just depends. But however, at the end of the day, make your bread, take care of your kids, and stay safe. You're going to be on the internet dating or something, ladies. Please be careful, especially if you left a domestic violent situation. Be careful. Tube? TV? Pepper? Okay. Just be careful of that. Because if a person was willing to put their hands on you, seclude you, talk about you, hey, honey, don't put aside that a person wouldn't mind being premeditated towards you, to set you up, to off you, to try to go bury you, and try to get you, to talk to this person and stuff like that. And it's like, you don't know what other people are connected to or underground. So you need to learn, keep your head low to the ground, meaning listen to the streets, baby. If you feel like, I know the rules and I know the laws, but you don't know the streets, and you feel like just because you handed out some money to somebody and you don't know if they got morals, if they go by a code, and certain things go by a code. Me, I'm telling you, I would be a cold ass mob boss, and you wouldn't even know that I was a mob boss. You be feeling like you setting me up, and I'm taking you out before you even finish trying to figure out what is that plan. Let's reroute it real quick. Oh, they gullible. They naive. Bring them over. How can I make this more interesting for me? Then it's like, oh, she's the devil. Understand, I will break bread with the devil. I will break bread with Jesus. It's your choice about what side of me are you choosing. The devil will obey me and respect. How is it that so many people that truly, genuinely hate my guts will still give me the respect? Because they understand it on site. Let's do it. Don't tell me something that you're not willing to do. Because are you just talking, or are you going to use it and say what you mean and mean what you say? However, whenever you get certain things and thoughts, you get certain thoughts about doing that, or going behind people's backs, what you give out comes right back around. So you may feel like, oh, girl, they ain't gonna ever get me. You might have been getting away stuff since you in your 20s. Here you are in your 30s. It still ain't caught out to me. Ooh, I have to go do this, and this, and this. I'm gonna go do this quick up hex spell. I'm gonna do a protection spell. Baby, you about to go to, the even biggest inferno. The bigger hell. I got friends on the other side. We all know how Princess Tiana, how that went. Well, Facilier. I got hoodoo, I got voodoo, I got everything you never seen. I got friends on the other side. And some people don't understand that. Spirituality is a very useful tool when you're going through recovery and trying to process things. That's why tarot exists. However, it's not regulated. However, you're not able to take it to court and be like, see, they said this on the tarot read. However, we got a clear understanding it's a prophecy. You remember the time where we can't use tarot reads in court? It's not justifiable because we don't have facts. Well, shit, you investigated me, so you knew you got justifiable facts. So either one or two, you can either connect the dots or follow those, certain readings, whichever ones is catching your attention for whatever case you're solving. You more than likely to solve a whole lot more than just solving those cases that you have open. Shit, you can probably solve a whole bunch more cold cases at that. Kids going missing, everything. You can really find anything through, oracles, tarot, or channelers. It's actually just not a skill. It could be a job. Actually, I feel like it's been jobs for years. Shit, tarot reading psycho. I say psycho. Somebody is a psycho. Or somebody trying to say she a psycho. No, it's just the truth, baby. Marble. Somebody got marble counters. Or someone's walking to the kitchen, or it's either a sink or a counter or something. Somebody's walking past that. Probably listening to this and walking past that, but who knows? Or a stand or something like with somebody got like feng shui in their house in a sense. Samurai. What the fuck is samurai? Shit, I knew a samurai, but shit, he like little girls. He like young girls. It's like, boy, he looked young, but the old boy wasn't young. I was like, shit. Once he showed me a picture of something, I said, how old is this girl? Looked at the girl age. The girl was 16 or 17. I was like, oh shit. I was like, that was all the information I need. I was like, oh, you participate in all of that. Y'all sharing each other's partners and all that other stuff. Baby, get out of that as soon as you can, because baby, it's not worth it. Because the spirit and energy connection and cross contamination, it's for rich people's funds. You know what I'm saying? It's for people that is able to afford to say, I can cleanse myself if I need to go, cleanse myself with my real spirits and stuff like that. Hence being the nude beaches and stuff like that. You got to be on I'm a whole nother level. You got to understand that stuff. Like, y'all out here living reckless. How you in poverty, but you out here living reckless? Oh, girl, I opened up me a lash shop. Even with the lash shop. Oh, I was breaking in six figures. Okay, some of y'all overcharging for. I do a great job. Okay, but you still overcharging. And the craziest thing, did you make sure that you did your taxes the right way? Did you claim that your OnlyFans? Huh? No? Okay, so that means you probably have back taxes and things like that. So money generated is basically everything you may have generated. You might as well cut that in half, especially if you didn't even set money back for tax. Ouch. My money looking funny. So you got to do more dirty to make the money look better. I think that gets tiring and eventually. Shit. All the industry corn stars. Shit, don't you see they retiring? It's not for me anywhere. And nobody will look at me. Well, baby, you gotta understand. It just is what it is. People face judgment every day for the stupidest things that is like unnecessary. And it's like, you're judging me for the color of my skin, but yet as you're judging me in this instant and moment, as you're judging me for the color of my skin, there's a kid at this moment that as you're discussing me and talking about me, there's a kid that you can currently be saving. As quick as you're talking about me and worry about the color of my skin, we could be coming together to figure out how to help, that mother to get to safety again. Why you judging me on the color of my skin, that these people's business is falling. However, hey, they got good thing, we could be investing in helping these people rebuild that. Hey, we don't have enough daycares or affordable care. Hey, maybe we can come up with a nonprofit and figure out how to reorganize that here. More companies LLCs that is hiding because nobody want to take liability. Yeah, oh, she's a liability. No, I'm not. I'm actually an asset. Um, However, being reliable, being loyal, like I was loyal to the fault, and the loyalty was biting me in the ass. Being well, actually, it won't bite you in the ass if you got the right people, but it can bite you in your ass if you're loyal to the fault or choosing to, love people to help people through certain things. It's just like let it be what it is. Forgive, make peace with that shit. I know I'm making peace. This is a slow process, and it's like irritating to me because I want to hurry up and get through all these feelings. I hate feeling. I hate feel. I hate liars, being lied to, or having to tell a lie, and I hate having to feel anything. But it's just like it is what it is. Not everybody is like me. You do not have to be like me. Feel what you need to feel. And I'm a person like I'm learning that like my first breakdown on the actual real heartbreak was over this dude named Mike. No, I called him Mike, but his name was Michael Lawrence Alexander. And it was just like, boop. when a trans had kind of like exposed him and stuff like that, I was like, bro. I was like, your baby mama had you with a baby, pinned with another baby that clearly wasn't his. And I told him that. And it was just like his kidneys was messing up and all this other crazy stuff. And it was just like his baby mama, it was like, hey, Angie. And I was like, I thought she was pretty cool. But then it was just like something wasn't right. And then once I figured it out, it was just like, once I put all the pieces together, I was just like, oh, it is what it is. But it was like, for me and him, I felt it was so much different. I felt we had a rapport. The loyalty was supposed to be there. It's like I had known at him. I had known him at that point 10 years, but I had knew him through my whole military career. We had worked together in the military, deployed together in the military, everything. But then to figure out was like he had a whole vendetta behind the whole thing. It was like he wanted to get back at my other baby daddy for something. I didn't know what that was about. And then it was like after that, it was like a couple of times, but then it was just like I had to make sure, like, hey, I couldn't catch feelings. But then it's like I end up doing it because it's like I couldn't understand it. But I was like, oh, we're cool. We communicate about any and everything, finances, business, school work, whatever, help each other with homework, business, whatever. But then it was like once I discovered what he was involved in, it was just like I had to squale, sent them a 4-page letter about how I felt and everything. And it was just like he had sent me some dumb shit. So once I figured out, I was like, okay, he's in some kind of shit. It was like I was helping him financially because it was like I felt we had that rapport. But then it was just like, okay, clear understanding. No sleeping with anybody. It's not gonna work. But then it was like at that point, I think I ended up still being married before I had filed the paper. But it was just like at that point when I had slept with him, was it 2019 was the first time. And it was just like last time actually meeting up and coming together. But then it was just like at that time I was fed up with my still husband. He's still my husband. And well, at least that's what I could see on the internet. Because Orange County, Florida, be playing too much. Um, with him, I was just so fed up with him because it was like the lies, the cheating, and for me, I would stay with a person long enough, and me staying with you got so misconstrued with I'm gonna keep disrespecting you because you think I'm gonna keep coming back. No, I just need the truth from you. So when I walk away, I understand why I won't ever come back to you ever again. And most people didn't understand that. Like, get to a point like that. I don't need no sneaky link and this. It's not I'm trying to put all my hands. I got to understand you, baby. I just know how my brain works. Now, the other chick, she could probably play with Chris, Charles, Tim, it, they, them. I'm not capable of none of that. And I ain't got the capacity of none of that. And if I feel like you wasting my time to talk and stuff like that, please move the hell around. I don't like small talk. And I barely like fucking people. So it's just like, why do shit to people that you clearly need to learn to understand that they genuinely want to love. They genuinely want to help you. They genuinely want to support you. They want to uplift the community, help other people. But due to the simple fact of discrimination, hatefulness and judgment, you may have messed up the best connection that you have, because I come with love.